And we are back. This is the third game we are commentating on out of a noble cause, the Philippine 2.0 Nationals.
Yep, this is Kenny.
And I'm Dan.
Okay. So on the left, we have Mike with Night's Watch. I don't know what banner.
We'll see what banner it is, if
And
ever.
On the right, we have Kelvin with Targaryen Fealty.
Here we go. I think he's one of maybe 7 or 8
Yes.
Targaryens.
Yep, on the field, one of 9.
Crazy. One of 9.
Yep, both of them are new players. Mike has been playing for around 2 weeks. I think we met him the week before Nationals. Kelvin has been playing on Octagon ever since the game started. So, so we've been playing on Octagon ever since.
I was never an Octagon player, so I was like, you guys are heretics for playing the game online like that, even before release.
Hey, Kelvin learned the game because of that.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I met Kelvin while playing Marvel Dice Masters.
Yeah.
Yep, and he's like, yo, I want to move over to this game. This is fun. Here we go. We see a 4-card flop on Mike's side, who loves Boracay, as we see. It's Night's Watch banner Baratheon.
Yes. So we see Maester Aemon, Steward at the Wall, and Bastard in Hiding, and the Wall.
No, that's Castle Black.
That's Castle Black.
It wouldn't fit if it was the wall.
Alright. And on the right, we have the Khal Drogo, Handmaiden, and Illyrio's Estate.
That's the limited reducer for Targaryen.
Right. So both of them are picking their plots.
Let's see. I'm glad to see a new faction, by the way, to commentate on.
Every round we're just getting new factions.
So we get the Targaryens this one. They both go for a noble cause, and here's the coin flip.
So they decide on who gets first player. They check if they got the right face.
I guess it's me. I choose.
Yep.
So he says.
All right, Kelvin.
Wonder who he chooses to go first.
Draws 2 cards. So for Mike's board, we have 2 Chuds. So Bastard in Hiding is a 2 cost. Military and Power Icon 2 strength.
2
Vanilla.
Chuds of different kinds.
Yep.
Two
And
flavors.
we have Steward at the Wall, which is the Night's Watch Reducer.
Yep.
We have Maester Aemon, which has 1 Intrigue Icon.
Yep.
3 Strength, 2 Strength, I'm not sure.
2 Strength.
But reaction, kneel Maester Aemon to save a Night's Watch character. So
very interesting. Look at what Kelvin does. He says, you know what, I'll go first. I won the coin flip, and I'm going to drop these dudes. I guess he wants to go first because he has the Khal.
Most likely.
Yes.
So he has lots of economy. He gets another Illyrio's Estate, 2 Reducers.
I think she's dropping. I think she's coming, dude. I think she's coming.
She is kneeling the Fealty.
Here we go. He spends 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 off of the plot. Some real gold.
There is the Mother of Dragons, Daenerys Targaryen herself.
7 gold. A loyal character. She has 5 strength with 2 icons, not military power, and intrigue. And she has insight.
Yes.
And she has a ability that says, as long as she's standing, all of your opponents' participating characters in a challenge get -1 strength. Crazy. Everybody just falls weak at the sight of the queen.
Right. So Kelvin marshals Viserion, which gives any Stormborn character stealth. Pretty nice to break this board apart.
Not a bad character in himself. I think he's a he. The dragon is a he. It's a 2/2, basically 2 gold for 2 strength with 2 icons. Military and power.
So now, initiative passes to Mike. Mike plays a Rose Road.
Yep. What's he doing?
Doing math. He's probably gonna play Melisandre.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off of noble cause. And you're right. Mel drops.
Melisandre.
The queen in red
Kneels
the Khal.
Alright. Interesting choice.
What would you have chosen?
Natural target would be Dany.
That's true.
But I'm not sure. Because you already have Aemon on the board. So that neutralizes 1
military challenge. That's right. So, I think Dany would have been the better choice. We'll see.
I'm not sure though. So let's see if Mike has a plan for Dany. And
wonder why he's shaking his head.
Shakes his head. Pays 2 gold. 2 credits, 2 resources.
Oh man.
Mike plays Vanguard Lancer.
But no
So-
power to take off of anything.
Mhm.
What is this? Is he playing it for the chud value? I guess. And
Yes.
icons?
Yep.
Says, your go, my sir. Let's go into challenges.
Alright, so we can't see Kelvin's hand, so we're not sure if he has any burn on hand.
Bless you, Mike. I think he coughed. What is this? Coming in for some red, I'm guessing.
For 2.
Military challenge initiated by Kelvin. He says, yes, sir.
So,
That is a dragon coming at you, but it's a baby.
so with Danny standing, all of Mike's characters get -1 strength.
And yeah, there are no...
Vanguard Lancer is currently at
Yep.
0.
There
so
are no
that's-
valuable... Yeah,
reminds-
he's like... Yeah.
Yep, reminds Mike.
I like this environment. They're both new players and they're just reminding each other of the ability of cards and they're leaving some leeway.
Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, I'll just block this for 1,
Yep,
please.
so that's a chud for 1. There we go.
Yo, can I claim? He's
Alright.
like, same one.
Claim
Where is
1.
it? Yeah, can I do this? Can I
So,
save this?
Night's Watch.
Yes, you
saving.
can.
There we go. Exactly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That is how you do it. Very clear for both players. Mike has no actions. Danny coming in for an intrigue challenge.
Stealthing the other
Melisandre.
lady on the board.
Yep.
This is scary though. Think about it. Handmaiden is out there. Danny could potentially come in twice
Yeah.
with stealth. And he says, yep, I'll block this way.
Doesn't have any power to steal though.
Mhm.
So, there we go.
It's an
Since
intrigue.
Danny's kneeling, so where the wall gets 1 strength.
Yeah, it's an intrigue, and he says,
I'm not sure they're so
oh,
vocal.
they're doing Castle Black. Yep, I'm gonna stand, please.
There we go. There
It's
we
like, okay.
go. Very nice play.
That works. Castle Black is a 2-cost location that basically says, action. Kneel this location to give
Defending.
Night's Watch character +2 strength and stand it.
Yep.
Ever vigilant. Here we go. An intrigue
Takes out
claim.
a veteran builder.
And he says, insight, please.
Danny
There's the
draws
draw.
1 card.
Thinking about it. I like how he just plops all of the tokens on the side there. Like,
Yeah. So, on Kelvin's side, we see lots of gold tokens and Targaryen acrylic tokens from the first edition
yep,
Nationals.
which we had like weeks before a noble cause.
1 month. Exactly
Yes.
1 month or 3 weeks
Mhm.
before this event.
Yep, so here we go.
Kelvin sacrificed
See, there you go, he's doing it.
Maiden to stand.
But he passes.
Passes.
I guess you could do that, like, be on the D,
Deterrent.
and
of some sort.
maybe stay up for dominance.
Yep. But
You have no idea how dominance actually helps
yeah, kind of nets you like 3-4 power
in a
is
game.
really just enough to
Which
close
might
down
be all you need.
1 game. Yes. So, both of them talking, using waking the dragon.
Yo, can I wake the dragon? On... Who is he waking up? He's waking up.
Waking up
Viserion.
Viserion.
He's like, dragon, wake up, buddy, wake up.
All right, both of them still explaining cards.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Mike seems to not want to make any challenges.
There are no viable challenges here.
Kelvin has 1 gold
Mm-hmm.
and 2 standing characters, which really is just enough for one of the best removal spells in the game.
Oh, that's why he did that. Right. Dracarys might be coming in. Dracarys is a 1-cost event that basically says kneel a dragon. A dragon.
A hatchling or a Stormborn or Daenerys Targaryen to choose 1 character to get -4 strength.
If
and
its strength is 0 or below,
is killed. Terminal.
here we go. Blocking with Danny.
Right. Well, yeah. Steward of the Wall has +2 strength from Castle Black, so Daniel really has to defend this.
And he wins.
Then he draws Kelvin 1 card, thanks to Insight. Now, Mike, carefully thinking.
He can now come in with that Lancer to bait out the block.
Yep.
But is he blocking?
So that's...
So he's like, yeah, this has strength now.
Yep.
But what is he gonna do? Is he gonna block or is he gonna claim?
There we go.
He's like, blocking, please.
He gives a block, so either military power, doesn't really matter.
Yep.
It's been
And then-
blocked.
I think Mike has one more challenge in the bank.
Intrigue, but I wouldn't send Melisandre in on
Why?
an intrigue challenge.
Why not? Where?
Waking the Dragon plus Dracarys. Oh, snap.
Another one?
Yep. You never know.
And I think that's worth it.
You never know.
That's worth it, I'm guessing. That's
Basically.
2 cards down, but you basically
I
insured Mel to never show up again.
I would do that if I were the Targaryen player.
Here we go,
but
here we go, here we go. And Kelvin's like, yep, that's coming through, buddy. That's coming through.
Mike with this just wants to clear Kelvin's hand of cards. It's an intrigue challenge with no claim.
Oh no, I think that was a power challenge.
Alright.
The steward came in for the intrigue.
Yeah, alright. My bad.
So everybody stands up once again. Going into plot 2 right now. Taxation, please clear the gold, my friend.
Kelvin wins dominance.
Mhm.
There we go.
Here we go.
That's now
Plot
they're
2.
picking plot 2. Kelvin has red sleeves for both plot and draw deck. I would not recommend doing that.
Not at all, but I think they're different shades.
Different types.
Yep. I'm guessing his deck runs, the main deck has the matte Dragon Shields, while the plots are the classic.
Alright, yep.
Different shades, different shades. Like, oh yeah, this goes back to my hand. Good call, good call. That's a valid board state. He counts up, it reaches the 6.
Yep, still
Printed on Noble
Noble
Cause.
Cause. Mike picking his plots.
So we got 1.0 players watching, by the way. A reserve cost is now imprinted on each plot. That's a little red box on the corner of plots, which basically says at the taxation phase, you gotta go down to this.
Yep. So instead of having the draw cap or some busted infinite draw combos, you just have your reserve value.
And you gotta go down. Here we go.
For plot 2, we have Come Over Westeros for Mike and Counting Coppers for Kelvin.
And they tie once again.
They tie once again.
And I think it's Kelvin who's choosing who to go first.
Kelvin thinking.
It's a lot of power to say who goes first.
Yeah. Especially for any house, really.
Yeah. Some houses just want to go first, though.
I will not agree with that.
Yo, Greyjoy gotta go first.
No.
What?
I will still play Greyjoy second.
Stark gotta go first.
On most turns.
See, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think
Kelvin goes first.
Kelvin says he goes first again. This is a very aggressive Targaryen deck.
Dupes Danny.
Always feel good to do that.
I see as a Viserion in hand, which is Viserion short Rhaegal in hand. Rhaegal
Which is
in hand.
arguably the best dragon.
Of course, no doubt.
Rhaegal is the dragon with intrigue and military icons. It says, reaction. Whenever a Stormborn you control wins a challenge, you may stand it.
Yes.
Limit once per phase.
So now, speak of the devil, we see that hatchling.
Amen to that.
What's really scary about this plot is Kelvin gets to see 5 more cards, which means he has more chances to see the Dracarys.
Indeed. And the thing about Counting Coppers is it's a good setup for the next round because you have a 10 reserve.
Exactly.
Unless your hand gets pretty ravaged by a high intrigue claim challenge, it's fine.
There we go. Marshalling King's Road.
Here we go.
Preparing for the next round.
Is he though? Or is he going to push the advantage right now? Can we call it an advantage?
1, 2.
Viserion.
Viserion, so...
Here's the thing. I gotta tell you, dude. This is pretty dangerous. Because Danny could just lay down right now. Mel is still out there.
Yep. Yeah. But, it's gotta happen either way. Still has Drogo, though, so...
He does. And he has 2 dragons with military icons. Could go.
So right now, the game could be anyone's.
Yep. What would you name for your Calm Over Westeros right
Military.
now? Yep, military.
Military. Neil Danny. It's over.
About 70% of games, I think it's gonna be named military.
On turn 1.
Turn 1 or
Always.
2. Sir, there are some games I would name red even later on because sometimes all I need are my dudes.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of times I need my dudes.
Mike marshalling Chamber of the Painted Table. Takes out 1 power by the Vanguard Lancer.
His brother comes in. Sup, dude? Vanguard Lancer has a reaction whenever he comes into play. Take a power off a faction card or character.
Yes. Now Marshals. Samuel Tarley.
Hey.
+1 reserve, +1 insight. Plus insight.
Yep. With 1 power.
1 power. 2 strength.
2 strength.
Strength.
Okay, 2
not
strength.
power.
My bad. And it's for 2. And it's a loyal character. Here
Challenges. Kelvin comes in for a military.
Pretty lucky that there were no raw holler cards dropped. He's all like, yo, I'm gonna block this.
That's for 0.
Claim it.
Yeah. So, says apologizes.
Yes.
Okay, very gentlemanlike.
And there are no claims. Yep, I think he named military.
Yep.
Renown.
choice.
Here we go, claiming some power.
Fine choice.
On the Horse Lord.
Gains a renown. Viserion coming in for the power challenge or another military challenge.
Yep, it's another military.
Just wants to kneel characters. So right now, Mike has no military presence.
Yep, that's
thanks to
unopposed.
Danny.
Straight up unopposed.
That's unopposed. Nice play. Danny can just come in for, I don't know,
An intrigue. That's true.
But Mike just has this brick wall of green.
I think Danny could still win. I think she could. Yeah, she could, dude. Because Mel would be a 1, 2, 3, and oh no, she wouldn't.
Yeah.
They would all drop. Interesting. What about power? Do you think power would be a safe try here? I think that's a better try. Because it'd be 1, 2.
There we go. Stealthing.
Yeah, stealthing.
That's probably a power challenge.
And he's like,
Rhaegal for the intrigue.
yep. And he's like, yo, she gonna stand if she wins? Like, yes.
So it doesn't matter. Yep. You don't have any power icons on relevant power icons on the board.
If you're wondering why the table up top is a little messy, because that's where all our prizes are.
Yep.
Look at all those
of the
boxes of kits and stuff.
And of course, our ever vigilant judge, the one, the only, our Cal Jox, Joshgar, who owns the appraisery. Really nice guy.
Partner with the appraisery.
Yep.
Shout out to Meeple Power Games. Let's see what happens here.
Mike scratching his head. Yep. Danny winning, standing
That was
because
a
of
power
Rhaegal.
challenge.
Yep.
And it was unopposed.
So he claims another power.
And is he gonna draw for insight?
Kelvin forgets to draw.
He did.
He does.
You really need some muscle memory for this game.
Yeah.
This is just straight out of the core, and you know, some people forget stuff already.
Yep.
We couldn't say it's been a long day. I mean, it's
Round 3.
Yeah.
Fairly. I don't know.
Yeah.
There we go. Now. Mike thinking about his challenges.
He has no power.
Not looking good for Mike.
What's he doing?
There we go.
Wait,
For
what?
power. Forgets. Oh wait, they just both forget Danny's ability.
Guys, come on.
Of course, no judge is watching over the table. The judge is at the other table.
And if ever, judges only come over if called, unless they were on patrol.
And really nice for the both of them that, you know, friendly banter. You know, they allow takebacks. Both of them are fairly new.
Only to a certain degree.
Yep, of course.
If a takesy backsy would change the game state way too much, or if it would be a straight up, no, I just wanted to change now. I'm glad that they have that understanding. Here we go, insight, triggering.
Insight. Now they remember.
Yep. I think what reminded him was Sam's insight.
Yep.
Right? He's like, hey, that guy has insight. I have it too.
Most likely. Oh, going in. Okay. Now Danny's not.
Yep, and he has power. now.
Rhaegal defends. Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
So Mike wins
Dominance. Claim your power, good sir. He claims 2 because he takes away 1 via the...
Gets 1 more because of the Chamber of the Painted Table.
Yep, here we go.
Really nice comeback for Mike this round.
Yeah, that was a 3 power swing. Yep, we're good. That's
But
already
now
dudes.
Kelvin has a hand of I don't know how many cards.
I just said ready all our dudes. I meant stand. We're playing Game of Thrones.
The only game that matters.
Yes. Most of the time. Most of the
Most
time.
of the time.
Here we go. We're going into plot 3. Kelvin had a good setup hand right now. You know what? I have a curious thought. Maybe he didn't forget Insight. Maybe he just really chose to say, I won't draw because I'm at my reserve.
Not sure.
Maybe. We don't know how much cards he has in hand. It's just a thought.
Kelvin probably play, I don't know, summons?
We'll see. Do you play summons along with counting coppers?
Yes.
You do?
Yep.
That's crazy. I think that's just too much.
I know Alvaro plays it like that.
Really?
So, yep. I remember him saying, why not play both? Just play both.
Why not both?
So I play both.
Here we go, let's see. No, dude, it's a wildfire.
That's a wildfire versus a filthy accusations.
At this point, Kelvin has initiative and he says,
Resolve.
let's trigger this first. But at this point, I think he has to say, I go first.
Yep.
And say, you know what, these are the order of the plots.
Yep. So
Kneel dude first.
So in the game, first player picks who resolves plots.
Yes.
So Kelvin goes first, resolves filthy accusations first before the wildfire. That's very important for like plots like March to the Wall and Wildfire, Summons and Heads on Spikes.
Yes.
Alright, so Mike kneeling the Cal, Kelvin killing 2 Chuds and Viserion.
And then, as the player without initiative, being the second player, Mike has to kill his dudes now.
Right, so most likely Sam, Amon, and Melisandre will remain.
Yes, that's
but of
true.
course, bye-bye Chuds.
Because dudes cannot be saved.
Exactly. There we go.
Oh. Interesting. You know what? I think he's doing this because... Here's the thing. I think because this is a builder's deck.
Yeah.
And the builder's deck runs one of Sam.
Yeah. And, you know, he just needs that military
He needs
icon.
the military icon. Does that make sense?
Yes,
There
yes,
you
yes.
go.
Sorry, I'm a bad player.
No, you're not a bad player. It's just that some choices in this game aren't as obvious. And some of them might not even be right.
Yeah.
That might, bite him in the ass later on. I don't know. I just see where he's coming from.
So, Kelvin kneeling 2 Illyrio's estates and the King's Road to bring out who else?
Oh my lord.
The Magister Illyrio.
Oh, dude. The beast from the east, as I say.
Alright, so Magister Illyrio is a 5-cost character with 4 strength, 2 icons, intrigue and power, which has action. Pay 2 gold to stand 1 character.
Look at the poppy.
Once per round.
Once per phase, dude.
Once per phase?
Yeah.
Alright.
He could pay 2 and stand Kyle right now.
Yep.
Milk of the Poppy on Melisandre. Milk of the Poppy is one of the best attachments out of the core, I think.
Yes.
It's a 1-cost terminal attachment that basically says blank the attached character's text box, except for traits. Here we go.
Paying 2 to stand.
Viserys coming down.
Yep.
1 for 1 with a single power icon. It says reaction if he leaves play. Destroy.
That's an interrupt.
Yeah, is it an interrupt?
Yep. Discard an attachment.
Not a reaction.
Yep.
Alright.
That's how interrupts work in 2.0.
Let's see. Counting some dollars right here. Paying 3.
So that is a Fiery Followers, which unfortunately does not trigger the Red Queen.
Because she has no words on her.
Plays another Chud.
That's the Night's Watch reducer. The Steward at the Wall pays 1 for that. Here we go. I think he says, let's go to challenges.
Kelvin thinking hard.
Does Kelvin have any gold left? Or is that just the art on Wildfire?
That's the art.
Alright.
And he still has Fealty online. Always remember that.
I think I peeped a Dracarys in his hand.
They always have the Darkairs in hand.
That's the truth.
There we go. Kelvin kneels his house card. Explains that he needs to kneel it.
Here we go. The Cal coming in for a military challenge, I'm guessing.
Okay. Now in this, I always say whenever I play against Targaryen, I will never put Melisandre into a challenge.
Ever.
Unless, no cards in hand or,
No character, no dragons, no Daini to kneel.
Yep,
Yes.
nothing. But even though it looks really tempting,
Never.
You just don't.
He says, yep, renowned, saving and claiming, yep.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, the renowned claim, here we go. We could potentially see another military challenge out of Rhaegal, and here it is.
Now what Mike's doing with Aemon is really nice. Targeting another Night's Watch character instead of saving himself.
Yeah.
Just in case, other players run treachery or something. That's a really nice muscle memory.
I guess, yeah, to just always do that.
Yep.
Always.
Instead of save myself,
That's
save
dangerous.
Aemon.
That's dangerous.
Yep. Just in case your opponent runs treachery. So it's nice that you're doing it even though you're not playing against Lannister.
Yep. Muscle memory is a very important thing in Game of Thrones.
For any game, I guess.
You could say that. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Muscle memory, it's just the way that your brain teaches you how to do certain things without you voluntarily thinking about it.
Yep.
So
Even, especially in very long days, like this one, we had 5-round Swiss. I cut the top 8, so that's a potential 8 rounds played in total.
yeah, and here's the thing: we played in the activity center of a mall, so
That's-
foot traffic was crazy. People were walking by, looking at games. Especially the coverage table. As you can see, there are shadows to the left and passerbys on the right just now. Nice jeans, bro. People are asking, what game is this?
Yep.
How do we play this?
Yeah, exactly.
Verbatim.
So, Game of Thrones really big.
Yep.
The Philippines. So it's nice to people have seen it. Now, Danny coming in for an intrigue discards hunting party or ranging party. Sorry, stands I guess for Rhaegal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now Mike thinking, smiling. Draws from
They're
inside.
just triggering. Yeah, they're just triggering
Right.
the
I
abilities.
think Kelvin forgot to trigger Danny, so there we go. Yep. Kelvin forgot to trigger Rhaegal.
Yeah.
No worries.
I remember that day that a lot of people would walk by our artists table.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Oh, let me see what this is," and I would just tell them, "Yo, it's about Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Yep.
We did this for charity. Yeah, it was a very interesting day." Funnily enough, there were a lot of gamers on the floor because we were sharing the center with a lot of other games.
Yes.
Also taking up very big organized events like the Magic the Gathering Gold Rush.
Mm-hmm.
We got HeroClix Nationals.
Dice Masters Nationals.
That was the day before.
Oh yeah.
And a Force of Will big tournament.
Yep,
That
that's
was
the game.
crazy. Here we go.
So
Speak of the devil, Melisandre comes in for a challenge,
just defending.
and that was a power challenge.
Yep. So Mike just not giving, not caring about Dracarys.
But I think it's okay because he could maybe calculate the timing if ever Awakening the Dragon plus the Dracarys would come in. Yeah,
Yep.
that makes sense.
Maybe. All right, now
He's like,
Mike winning dominance.
Let me take some power, sir.
Stealing one more power.
Yes.
There we go. Being very clear about which one he gains and which one he steals.
Yep. I'm wondering, is
Who
that
knows?
Castle Black or is that the wall?
That's Castle Black.
Okay.
He used that for the steward at the wall
Right,
earlier.
okay. My eyes are playing tricks on me. I corrected you earlier. You're right.
Yep. Although it's not that, I can't blame you because they just literally shared the same art. You could even connect
Yeah,
the two
definitely.
cards together.
I didn't see that coming, by the way. Here we go.
Alright, now,
just showing you that, yes, sir,
under
I am at reserve.
Very, very clear for the both of them.
Yep, everybody stands, and let's go to plot 4.
There we go, reading Wildfire once again. So, Mike is probably not playing that card.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of what Kelvin is doing with the putting everything together in one pile and managing it that way.
What?
His plot deck.
The
You see
plot
what he's
deck.
doing?
Yeah, yeah.
I would prefer if you had your used over here, your active over here, and your plot deck over
Exactly,
here.
yeah. That's the way I play it. But, to each his own. Mike just...
I guess if Mike is cool with it, then you know.
Yep. Mike is ahead, but he's just...
It's a tough battle. Here we go. Calling the banners.
And Wildfire.
Calling the banners here is a very, very good and balanced plot, I think.
Yeah.
It's good on the offense, good on the defense. It's a 3-6-1 with a, when revealed, gain 1 gold for each character an opponent controls.
Yes.
Here we go. So
I really like that it's gold, but really has high initiative.
that's true. 6 is a high number.
But not enough to beat Wildfire.
Indeed.
And this, again, folks, is why initiative is important. Now they're talking about who gets initiative. So Kelvin wins initiative, triggers calling the banners before Wildfire. So he gets 4 gold instead of just 3. There we go. Now both of them clearing the board, drawing 2 cards. There we go. Now both of them really just laughing right now. Kelvin collects 3 more gold, so he is now at 6. Oh, Mike now uses a meager contribution. Steals 1 gold. And I think Mike is still using first edition tokens, although I'm not sure. Kelvin places Iron Throne, which, as we said earlier, contributes 8 strength to your dominance. Mike still thinking about his turn. Kelvin kneeling 2 Illyrio's estates and plays a Plaza of Punishment. Nasty card. Plaza of Punishment is a 3-cost loyal Targaryen location, which basically states reaction when you win a power challenge. Choose a character with no attachment, gains -2 strength, and it's killed if its strength is 0 or lower.
The thing is, some players debate as to how many plazas you play.
How many do you play?
3.
Yes.
And I think that's the right number. If you would say 2, you would be okay on some days. But 1 and 0, that's a tough call.
Yeah. I will never play it at 1. 2, debatable, but most likely 3. It's a 3 or 0 card.
Yeah. I think if you would be playing building orders, 2 would be cool. 1 would be a little trivial.
Who plays building orders in Targ? Don't quote me on this.
Some people might.
I'm not good.
Some people might.
But, Plaza of Punishment is just a really, really good card.
It is.
I see it being played 2, 3, 4 years from now. It's that good. Especially when economy improves.
That 3 gold investment would be just poof. Here we go. Ranging party coming down.
Ranging Party, one of the best armies in the game.
That is pound for pound the best, I think.
Yep.
For 4 gold, you get Bicon with military and power, and it has 5 strength. No attachments except weapons.
Kelvin using his Fire and Blood, paying 1 gold, a loyal event that can recur 1 character from the dead pile. Now Kelvin bringing back his hatchling. So if you choose a hatchling, goes back straight to the board. If you choose a non-hatchling character, it shuffles back to the deck.
Yep. And you have to choose a unique character.
Yes.
I think they got a little sloppy again. Let me just comment on that. He could have used Fealty. Because Fire and Blood is a loyal event.
You might be reserving that for a surprise to carries. I do that sometimes. It's
For me,
sometimes you play the player.
For me, real gold is so much better. Every single time, real gold is better.
Yep.
So, and if ever he doesn't drop the... Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's
eating that
nasty.
up. Here's the thing. Real gold is always going to be better than a Fealty activation. Because just in case you don't use it, the gold stays up until dominance.
Yep.
So that's just me.
Kelvin winning the power challenge, claiming 1 for unopposed, 1 more for Claim.
And then he draws for insight.
Uses Plaza to kill off a fiery followers. Now things are looking grim for Mike.
Here's the thing. I'm loving the box art on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They use the same exact art for Daenerys' card.
Danny and the 3 dragons.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to assemble it like on the board.
Yeah.
The cards don't look very nice. It's
Yep.
like, how do I... how?
They've been cropped differently.
Yeah.
Drogo coming in for a military, and now using the ranging party and Castle Black to
That's
defend.
7 strength.
Exactly.
Restanding.
So that's just a brick wall. You can't get through that, Cal. I'm so sorry. Illyrio.
You know what? Here's another thing why I want to stay to the gold.
Illyrio?
Yes!
Yes, sorry, I forgot all about Illyrio. So
Yeah, dude.
Yep, that justifies the play.
I don't know. Maybe Kelvin really is just trying to bluff the Dracarys, which he actually does have. But
Kelvin plays on Octagon a lot. Because of the lack of stocks, Kelvin doesn't own any core sets yet. So
no, I think he has like 2.
he has 1 now.
Okay.
But yeah, during the Nationals, he didn't have any core sets.
Right.
So we had to lend him cards since really is one of the best rookies, not playing favorites here. He really is one of the best rookies.
Okay, so are you saying that this is actually a lack of actual muscle memory?
Yep.
Yeah, he's you know, these cards are pretty new to him, but the concepts and the mechanics are actually embedded. It's just that,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, he knows all of the cards.
I guess.
But, paper is different than online.
Exactly, that's why I call you guys heretics. Oh.
And, it's the best place to play test if you don't have anybody to play with. There's also a Skype group and a Discord chat group. Just join that and, find players to play with on Octagon, and that's the best resource you can have. You'd be playing with the best players from all over the globe.
Here we go.
Kelvin kneeling his house card.
For some fealty action. Scaring him, he's like, yep, I could lessen the cost in the next Dracarys a drop.
Now this is scary because Mike has duped Melisandre.
Which is not worth anything if you get hit by Dracarys.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing about...
Now,
Yep, here we
Mike.
go. Making a mistake. Here's the thing about Game of Thrones and Octagon. Netrunner has a service called Jinteki.net. I would pay for that if it was for AGOT. I would pay for that. Monthly.
that is... Yeah, if FG does that.
Yeah. Here we go. Dracarys coming out.
On Melisandre.
It was inevitable.
Yep.
Ranging party. Here we go.
That is probably a power challenge.
Or a mill. It's a mill.
Yeah, with Drogon defending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Drogon is on the board. He is a 3 cost, 4 strength hatchling, which gives Danny a renown.
And it says no attachments.
Yep.
Here you go. Coming in for an intrigue.
Aemon now attacking for intrigue.
And,
Whittling down the hand and takes a useless dupe.
Okay, just to recap, Mel came in for a power, the ranging party for a mill, and Aemon coming in for intrigue, and Kelvin wins dominance.
Thanks to the Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne is such an unsung hero. I mean, it just sits there, you put 2 gold into it, and it just helps you in dominance.
I think Kelvin is playing a variation of Alex Kern's deck. Which, I think he was the only Targ player that played the Iron Throne just to, play around Bara or Greyjoy. It really pays off.
If
to
anything,
run one.
I think it was a one-off Iron Throne.
Yes, it really is. When you draw it, it really just pays off.
If you don't, it's fine. You have the rest of your deck to try to win.
Exactly.
Here we go. Plot 5.
Both of them.
Ready to be shown. 1, 2.
Kelvin resting his plot on his draw deck.
Which looks oddly comforting. I'm one of those guys who like to go 1, 2, 3, reveal. I don't know why, it just adds to the tension. Reveal. March to the Wall on Kelvin's side, and...
A Game of Thrones on Mike's side.
Yep, these are plots we've seen earlier today during the coverage.
Alright, so Kelvin goes first.
And he says, I am going to discard Viserion.
Viserion, the the bad part about playing March in a Targ deck is when you march your dragons, you can't recur them with Fire and Blood.
Yep, and
that's my only gripe about.
Yeah, and I don't think Kelvin would discard Lilyrio. Here we go. We jumped a little bit in the coverage, but not too much. We just see a marshaled. Is that a rider? The Thraki rider?
The Thraki, a braided warrior.
Braided warrior.
Braided screamer.
Rider.
Sorry, these cards still aren't that familiar.
We just know what they do. This is a 2 for 3.
Alright, so.
I mean a 3 for 2.
Challenges, pays 1 gold, brings back Rhaegal.
Again, he could have used Fealty. Just my thing.
Yep, there we go. Now, Kelvin doesn't have any cards in hand. That is when I justify him using Fealty.
Okay.
No, with Game of Thrones now, Kelvin has to win an intrigue challenge before declaring any other challenges. And with Danny coming in and Mike only having his fiery followers, seems like it.
Here we go.
Unopposed.
Unopposed.
Danny standing.
Yep, he's like, yes, I'm going to stand. Nothing in my hand. Let me go.
Danny standing. I think Kelvin forgot.
Again? No, he said, like, yeah, this is what's happening over here.
Yeah, so there.
If we're gonna get technical, he should stand Danny before he draws the card.
Yep. So for returning players or newer players, there is an abbreviation we use called DUCK, D-U-C-K. D stands for determine winner, where you trigger when you win challenge, when you lose challenge effects, like Rhaegal, Put to the Sword, Tears of Fliss. U, claim for unopposed bonuses. C for claim, and then K for keywords.
Yep, here we go. We see Kal coming in for military challenge with the ranging party defending and standing for 7.
Oh, yep.
There we go. We didn't see it. He dropped a
seal of the hand.
Seal of the hand.
On the Kal.
He is also milked.
Yep.
So he only gets 1 military challenge.
It doesn't have renown. So now he comes in for a power challenge.
I'm guessing that's what it is.
I guess. Yep. Now, Mike is in a tough spot. He can defend, but he won't have power challenge. He won't have a power challenge back. So he declared power first, then military.
Oh.
There we go. So
interesting. Here's the thing. Kelvin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. Let's see where this goes.
Yep. So opposes ranging party, claims the fiery followers.
They stand passes, up and end the round. Here we go.
Wins dominance. Now I can only imagine Kelvin's second march to the wall rolling out soon enough.
Funnily enough, I don't think he has a second march.
He does.
Are you sure?
I think so. Yep.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes,
They're down to.
He just picks up his deck.
No, he doesn't. He's gonna smash the milk.
Okay. So now he's just pressing his military advantage with Drogo and Seal.
Once again, we see the 4-4-1 versus the 4-5-1, and he kneels Drogo.
It always happens. That kind of neutralizes the Seal, but he still has Illyrio. Very, very good.
We see a prominently standing Dracarys in his hand, showing a little bit shades of, I'm gonna kill you.
No.
I think for every single round, Kelvin went first.
Yep. So now, Kelvin paying 2 to stand Drogo probably doesn't have much to do with his gold.
He says, yep, I'll pay 2.
Another Viserion which got marched earlier.
Smart.
Now Danny has stealth, which could be enough to close the game later on.
Is this your favorite dragon combination? Stealth and stand?
Yeah.
You know what?
I would rather just have all three.
All 3. No, you're given a 2-card combo. You just choose 2. I would go for the stand and renown.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because more often than not, you could just power through, regardless of stealth. You could just power through with your, big mama right there.
Yeah. Well, I really like, stand to stand, but.
Whenever I play Targaryen, I end up always going for power rush. Like, I would notice, like, oh, I have so much power. And by plot 5, they would go, how much power? 3 away. What?
Yeah, so.
I guess.
But, Drogon is one of the most underrated hatchlings, but, he does so much, especially if you get him early on.
That's true. People say, yo, you gotta kill Drogon first.
Danny stealthing, so wins a power challenge.
Unopposed.
Unopposed
Power
claim.
claim.
Plaza to burn down.
Yeah, make it smaller.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of how he just dumps all the power on his card. Like, yep. Yeah.
Standing from Regal.
Inside.
Drawing from inside. So that's not how the order is, but you know, just
it is what it is. Here we go. Coming in for military.
That's for 8.
His riders joining him.
That is
blocking.
for 8. Now you have a 3 strength rider with Castle Black, maybe. So
is Castle Black not unique? Oh, it is. It's just duped. It's duped. I wonder what's going on in his head right now. That's a 3 strength rider that he can pump up to avoid maybe a put to the sword.
5. There we go.
Yeah.
So
he
Kelvin
still loses
wins
though.
by 3.
Yep.
Kelvin gains 1 for renown.
And he claims it. It's over, I think.
Now Roger just stands.
It's over.
Comes in for another military.
Yeah.
Unopposed and renown.
Military once again.
Yep. That's GG.
Yeah, I think we're about to see the handshake and power right here.
That's
the intrigue,
GG.
I mean.
There is the handshake.
Dear
Right.
Lord, that was a 6-plot game. Congratulations, Kelvin. This was, once again, round 3 of our coverage for A Noble Cause. We'll see you in the top 8.
Yes.
Yeah, coming back for some semifinals action. Thank you very much.
See you guys.